used to be a counselor years and years ago, so I'm very much looking forward to the summer, but I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you and your children throughout the summer. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to answer anything I can.
Great, thank you. I'm just admitting one more person in. Okay, as I said, my name's Anita Bourmaster. You all may know me during the year in my role as overseeing development at the J, and I'm excited to be working with this team over the summer to help bring summer fun to all of you. So thank you for being willing to come and join us. And let's see, okay. So you heard from many of us just now, and we just want to give you an overview of who to call when. We are here to make your summer and your children's experience as easy and as comfortable as possible. And so you can certainly reach out to any of us and we will do our best to help you. We ask that if you can help us with some of these, issues, to call the person associated with the issue. It will help us expedite things for you faster. So Sasha, who you just met, is your go-to for changes, adds, cancels, weeks of programs, any financial questions. If you have any transportation modifications, and Eva will talk about transportation a little bit later, we would love for you please to email Sasha and she will route it to who we need to know. If you have logistics questions about forms, carpool tags, all things we'll go over tonight. If you need to get a message to your child, Sasha is the one you should reach out to, and her phone and email is there. And of course, we will circulate all of the contact information to all of you guys as well. Should something happen at camp and you want to discuss something, you should feel free and comfortable reaching out directly to Brennan, to Eva, and to Julie, and they will be able to help you. Recognizing that, if you need something maybe in the middle of the day, you may also want to start with Sasha and she may be able to route it, because Julie and Eva and Brennan will likely not be sitting in front of their computer throughout the day. They are going to be up and around staff and working with your children. And if for some reason your child is not coming to camp for the day, we'd love to know so that we can know ahead of time and know that they won't be there. And so you can email your program directors directly. And I am also available to speak with anyone as you need. So this is our contact information, and we will of course circulate it as well to all of you. So Julie.
Sorry. So just wanted to give you a quick overview of where our children will be this summer, as well as our sort of hours of operation. Our K through 5 programs will be from 9 a.m. until 3:30. We are going to begin the carpool process at 8:30 so that we can allow people time to, if you have a child at more than one location, you have plenty of time between 8:30 and 9 to safely get to both places. And we are also going to talk more about carpool, etc. And Anita and Eva will talk about that and safety protocols as they relate to that. Our Rising Kinder group are going to be at the Weingarten facility this summer at the Main J. Our first and second graders will be at the Merfish. Woo! So excited. And our Rising third through fifth graders will be at the Main J with Miss Eva.
Okay, can you hear me now? Yeah. Okay, so health and safety for the summer. We know this is an important part of how we give you summer fun at the J, and we are paying a lot of attention to it. Next week at some point, you will receive our detailed health and safety protocols as it relates to summer fun at the J. For those of you that are on the J email larger email, you should have received an email at the beginning of last week that walked through our general health and safety protocols. Many of those protocols that are being implemented JCC wide are being implemented at Summer Fun. So you can find those on our website now if you're interested in reading through them. And if you have any questions about those, please reach out. Just some highlights on the protocols that you will see. First is our daily health screenings. We are asking parents on behalf of their children and all of our anybody coming into the building, including our staff, that they complete a daily health screen every day. That includes a temperature check, which requires you to be under 100.0 degrees to come to be on campus and to come to Summer Fun at the J. And our staff, in addition to taking the temperature check as a part of their daily health screen, will get an additional temperature check before they come into the building. Masks. We are asking all adults that come into this facility to entering and leaving, and when within 6 feet of anybody else, to wear masks. Our staff at Summer Fun will be wearing masks throughout Summer Fun, with the exception of when they are outside at the pool. We are not requiring children to wear masks. Should you as a family want to have your child wear a mask or any type of protective gear, we will certainly support that. We ask that you have a discussion with them ahead of time about how they are responsible for it. Given the protocols of it, we won't be able to help them put it on and take it off and keep it with them. So we'll ask that you please have a conversation with them so that they know how to responsibly take care of it and wear it, so that they can do that for themselves. Access to the building. This is an ironic one for us because at the J, we always want to welcome all of you and have you all in the building. We are asking that parents refrain from coming into the building during our Summer Fun at the J hours in order to, just keep the people in the building that we need in the building and try to do our best to keep all the children and staff that are around safe. If for some reason you need to come into the building, you will need to take your own health and safety screen, and we will ask that you please be wearing a mask. Group structure and philosophy. So our groups for Summer Fun are going to be maximum 10 children and 2 adults. That structure will include hand washing stations. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Joel's joining us in the background and I got a little distracted.
Sorry.
You want to say hi? Yeah.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Big crowd.
26 people.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So groups will be 10 staff, 2 adults, and we will have a daily schedule for hand washing and cleaning of the room with our staff. We're calling it like an annotated schedule. So reminders that after each activity to bring people to wash hands, to clean down, toys or tables or chairs, handles, things as needed. We will also have hand hygiene when you enter and leave the room, when you use the restroom, before and after snack, before and after lunch. So all of those things will be a part of your children's daily ritual in their groups. We will be working to make sure that interactive items that children may, as they're playing, are cleaned often as well. We're also doing activities in the classrooms and projects in the classrooms that do allow some social distance space. So that is our plan for inside the groups. We are thrilled to have a nurse on staff with us this summer who will be around all summer to support both our main campus and the Murfish Teen Center and our Bertha Alice facility. And so that's a bonus, and we're glad to have that resource. Eva.
So a lot of what Anita said is amazing, but also can feel very overwhelming to adults. So one of the things that we've really focused on is, well, how do we turn all of these very strict safety rules into something that sounds fun and the kids can actually engage with? So we've created some really fun ideas for the summer. The first thing is a weekly morning activity. Every morning we always start with Boker Tov. It's a little kind of gather around the flagpole, if you will. Every camp room we'll get together and have like a morning routine. And in that morning routine, we are creating our own version of a fun song. If you know Schoolhouse Rock, there is a song called Elbow Room. And so we are making our own Elbow Room song to that tune about how to keep ourselves a little bit distant and safe this summer. And that way it's more fun and engaging, and it'll be just a daily fun song that they sing and they get in the routine of. We are also having signage that's age appropriate throughout all of our facilities. So the signage that you're going to see in a Bertha Alice BAMI classroom is different from what you'll see in the kinder rooms, first and second, third through fifth. So we'll have reminders about coughing etiquette, hand washing, social distancing, all that kind of stuff, but in a way that is distilled down and looks friendly and fun for the children to engage in. And we're just gonna, create rules in the rooms that are just part of the daily routine, and it's not gonna sound overwhelming to them or scary to them. It's just gonna be part of our regular day.
Lee, you're up.
Hi, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the Aquatics Safety when your kids are at the pool. So I'm going to start with the kinder program. Just like in the past, the kinder program will be utilizing the Bertha Alice pool for their rec swim, where it is a shallow pool and appropriate for all those kids, regardless of their swimming ability, to go around and play, have some fun. But to help reinforce social distancing, we will also be taking advantage of the shallow part of the main Darsky pool. So that way we can have plenty of room to spread the kids out, enforce the social distancing, and give them room to play in a safe environment. Each room that goes out to the pool will have one lifeguard on duty by the pool, as well as the 2 counselors in the room. So we're looking at about 3 responsible people as well for the room, which is about 10 kids a room, I think is what our average might be. And we're also going to have a pool supervisor at each pool as well. So really we're going to have we're going to have 2 lifeguards for the kinder camp. They will come out, they'll get to play for about their pool time and then head back in. For our rising 3rd through 5th program, we're going to be utilizing both pools again, where our swimmers who are maybe not able to pass our swim test, we will utilize the Bertha Alice pool for the shallow water and also the shallow water in the Darsky pool. So once again, we can provide a fun, safe environment for all of our campers. And the children who are able to pass the swim test, they will have the ability to kind of utilize the entire pool, or at least the 50-meter portion of the pool. Right now, we are keeping the deep end or the play structures closed. We will continue to monitor the situation and see if there's a time when we might be able to reopen that. But when we first come back, those parts, meaning the slide, the diving board, and the rock wall, will be closed. And there will also be, basically 1 guard per room with the counselors for monitoring all these kids throughout the pools. We will not be providing any equipment. If the children need goggles, we usually keep a bucket of goggles. So we're asking parents to please bring, if the children would like goggles, to please bring them. Merfish for the rising 1st and 2nd grade program, we'll be doing a similar situation. We'll be splitting the pool up. We'll have 2 rooms coming out at a time. So we'll split the pool up. One room gets one side, the other room gets the other side, with the same scenario of 1 guard and 2 counselors in the water with these kids at all times. We do take the safety of each and every one of our campers very seriously. And so we feel these ratios are a very safe environment that we are creating for everybody to have fun and feel safe at the pool. We will monitor them throughout the summer, and if we need to make adjustments, we will be more than happy to make adjustments. As you see, the 3-pronged approach is our lifeguard, counselors in the water, and additional staff, which I mentioned, the pool supervisors, but that could also include myself, any other camp directors maybe from the camps who want to come out and see what's happening at the pool.
Great, thank you. Julie.
Okay, meet the counselors. It is a unique summer, so we got creative with a sort of meet the counselor scenario. We are going to have each of our counselors create a video bio so that our participants and you all as their parents can get to know who their counselors are going to be prior to their first day at the Summer Fun program. Starting on June 12th, you will be able to go on to our website and click on your child's counselor and get to know a little bit about them. So we're excited to at least have an opportunity for the kids to see who their staff members are going to be and get to know them a little bit before they come in their first day. We also, we've been talking as an agency a lot about smiling with our eyes. Miss Eva told me that's called SMIZE. So in an effort to smile with our eyes and show the kids who we are all going to be wearing buttons this summer with photos of ourselves actually smiling, so that our participants can see what we look like underneath the mask, in addition to our sparkling eyes that they get to see every day. Be on the lookout. We are going to be sending out a Summer Fun video teaser at the end of next week to give you a little preview. So thank you.
Okay, carpool. There's a lot of pieces to this, so bear with me. Let's see. As we said earlier, morning carpool will run 8:30 to 9 in the morning, and afternoon pickup will run from 3:30 to 4. A lot of carpool looks the same, with one very big change, which is that we are only allowing outside pickup and drop off during carpool. So there is no walk in the building with your child or walk in to get your child. There is strictly going to be just car only. We're again trying to minimize the total amount of people in the building at any given time, and also just the coming in and out just further exposes all of our campers to more risk, and we don't want to do that. So the carpool for each building is going to be its own entity. So if your child is going to the Murphish, you will pick up and drop off at the Murphish. If your child is going to the Main J, you'll do that at the Main J. And if you have a sibling that's going over to Bertha Alice, then you'll drive over to the Bertha Alice school. So we're not doing any sort of shuttles or busing between locations. What you see in front of you now is the Carpool Tag. It looks very similar to last year's. It'll have a number. Every family will be given 2 carpool tags with their unique family number. No matter how many children you have, your family owns that number. We'll send information on carpool tag pickup next week. We'll have some sort of system in place. We'll let you know about that. Anita, if you'll go to the next slide. That is our traffic flow for the main wine garden building. So if you're coming in for kinder or 3rd through 5th, you'll enter at that far gate on Atwell, and you'll pull to the right and you'll follow those arrows all the way around. We'll have staff posted at many different spots throughout that journey. If you are dropping off a Bertha Alice student, you would enter from that same exact gate and just drive straight all the way to the back and pull over to Bertha Alice. We will not be utilizing the Bertha Alice gate separately this summer, so all of the entrance for the cars will be through that Atwell gate. And then we're blocking off the street. If you see, we are only allowing a right turn onto Atwell there. So, and then at the Murphish, you will enter from that first gate on South Rice. You'll pull in through the parking lot and you'll just follow those arrows all the way into the awning, drop off your child, and then exit out through the second gate. So pretty simple for that one. For health screening, I know Anita talked a little bit about the health screening that needs to be done every single morning. So somewhere near basically right at the gate or right after the gate, there will be a staff member at each location checking that you have a completed health screen for your child. If you have not done it at that point, they'll ask you to park, do the health screen, and then we'll help you get back into line. What we're trying to avoid is for families to get in line and then immediately, very quickly while driving, do the health screen. It's not safe for anyone. So please do the health screen just before you even get out of the house. It's very fast. This was mine for today. I pretended that my son Jackson was at camp. There's 2 screens you can use to show us that you completed. The one on the left shows you what the website completion page looks like. So if you go to the website, you click through, you hit complete, that's the confirmation page that you get. If you leave that open, then that is what you show the attendant at the gate. You also get an email. So let's say you accidentally close down that browser window, then all you have to do is go into your email and you'll get that thank you for filling out the Summer at the J Health survey. You fill it and you hold that up and show that to the attendant. So we accept either one of these, but we are looking for 2 things. We're looking for your child's name and we're looking for the date. If it doesn't say your child's name or today's date, then we'll ask you to please park and do the correct health screening for that particular day. Moving right along, the biggest reminder here is to please stay in the car. I know it's very, very hard. I have little ones. My oldest is only barely going into 2nd grade, and my youngest is pre-K 4. So I know how hard it is to not have the opportunity to walk her in and walk my son in. So we ask for your patience to please stay in the car. Help us do this safely. We may, I know for authorized pickup, so we have a system in place. If you looked at the forms that you have to fill out, there's a section where you designate who is allowed to pick up your child. So we do allow you to have more people than just the 2 that are holding the tag. If your neighbor can pick up or you have friends that you're going to carpool with, totally fine. Just add them to that authorized pickup list. And if that person's picking up your child that day, then they need to bring their ID and they need to let us know who they're picking up. And then we will reference our documents and make sure that you are authorized to pick up that child. Otherwise, you'd have to park. We have to make a phone call. It's a whole thing. So make sure if anybody else is going to pick up your child, they are on that list. There are times I know that during the summer, your child may need to be dropped off late or picked up early. So if you're outside of those carpool hours, we ask that you please park. You may come in to the building at that point. At that point, you need a health screen completed for yourself as well as the child that you're dropping off. You'll check in at the front desk. We're setting up both a front desk at the Murfish, and of course, we're all used to the front desk at the main J. You come in, you show your health screen for yourself, for the child, and then the child gets walked over to their camp area wherever they are at that point. If you're picking up early, we ask that you please email Sasha ahead of time and let her know so that the camp group is aware, the counselors know that your child needs to be brought down early at a specific time. And then we can work together so that all you have to do is walk in to that front entrance and your child is right there waiting for you. So if there's any last minute changes to early or late pickups or drop-offs, just please connect with Sasha. Even if it feels like a last minute change, just please connect before you just show up to try and pick up or drop off a child. And above all, just please be patient. We know this is new, we know it's different, and we're gonna try to make Carpool run as quickly and efficiently and safely as possible.
Great, thanks, Eva. So a few other things. As always, for the past few years and summers at the J, we will have licensed armed security personnel at both locations. So you can expect to see that this summer. As Eva said, if you need to enter the building, you will need to do your health screen required before and have a mask on as you bring your child in. Well, you will also need a JCC ID or badge. So, it's a dual thing, and you'll need to have both of those, even though you're just stopping at the membership desk, and you can certainly get it when you're at the membership desk. But the idea is that you should have both of those. So if you need to be in the building, your ID and your completed health screen with a mask, please. And just like in all of our other years, we, in addition to our health and safety protocols and procedures, we have our, general emergency procedures that we will continue to follow in the terms of fire drills and those kinds of things to make sure our children are safe from all things and they are well protected. How is communication going to work? So our goal is every week, the Thursday before the next week begins, you will get an email with your group, your counselors, your activity calendar for the week. We'll ask that you maybe bear with us this first week. You may get it Friday morning because we're asking for your forms back on the 8th, and we're doing our best to take your friend requests and put things together. So, bear with us. But typically, you will see things come out on Thursday. You'll be able to go to the website at that point, look up your Meet the Counselor, watch their little bio video, and have a conversation with your children about the counselors that they can have for the week. Our goal certainly is, to the best of our ability, weeks over weeks, to keep groups and people together. We don't know how perfect that will be, but that's our goal. So hopefully we'll see some of your same counselors if you're coming week over week. But we can't guarantee that right now until we sort of see how everything shakes out. You can expect on Monday to get a summary of the first day and any weekly information, reminders, or things you may need for the remaining 4 days of the summer of the program. And then you can expect to have a Friday weekly wrap up. So those, there may be additional communications, but you can certainly expect those pieces of communication from us as we go through the summer. And a few reminders. Forms. So you should have gotten forms. There's some chatter about forms in here. I lost where Hadass, thanks for making those into Word documents for whoever needs them so that you can save them and email them back to Sasha. Friend requests are on there. Please fill it out and give us as much information. Please know that we are certainly doing the best we can to meet everybody's needs. We are also working to meet the needs of not mixing groups and, those that will be here for more time and less time, and how do we keep everybody together so that there's less crossover between groups as possible. So we want everybody to have a good summer. We want them to be with their friends. They will meet new people also, and we will do the best we can for sure. Please give us the information that you need us to know as we provide friend requests. Carpool tags, as Eva said, are critical to Carpool. We will communicate with you what that looks like so you can have it in time for the first week. Those of you that will be joining later weeks, you will likely get your communication a little bit later as we try to prioritize getting those people that are coming June 15th their Carpool tags first. And it's going to be a great summer. We could not have more spirited, energetic, smiling people on our staff than Julie and Eva. And I assure you that all of their energy will go to everything that they do. Please know that taking care of your kids and making sure that they're safe and that they have a good experience and that they have fun and that they have enjoyment and that they connect with their staff and with their peers in their group is our utmost priority. And we got it when we're here with your kids. And so, we appreciate you trusting us with that. Okay. Questions. And I see a couple that I think we should answer. So let me just stop sharing my screen for a second and figure out how to do that. There we go. Okay. All right. So here we are, and let me see. I think we've answered most of them. There's a question about what is the protocol if there's a positive case. Okay, so what is the protocol if there's a positive case? So that protocol is outlined in our health and safety procedures that is on the web at the J. I'm going to refer to some of this language so I get it accurate for you guys. And we'll tell you also that there's that protocol. There will be that protocol out in our packet when it comes out to you as well. So if somebody becomes sick while they're at the J, they will put on a mask immediately, whether they are a child or an adult if they don't happen to be wearing one. And they will be dismissed home. At that time, we will notify the local health department. We will work with our medical advisory committee in a very rapid way to make decisions about what else next we need to do. Where do we need to clean? What is the contact tracing that we need to do? And how do we need to make sure that everybody in that specific camp group, if that's the relevant piece, or specific part of the J or whatever, is safe and has all the intel that they need to have. In order to, make our appropriate decisions and take care of our kids. What is the drop off and pickup protocol for AM care and PM care? Okay, so for those of you that are, for those of you that have families that going to Bertha Alice and Ellen Banyok, you know that Ellen Banyok and Bertha Alice will begin their opening when they open from 8 to 4. And so for the first few weeks of camp, we will actually not be doing AM and PM care until we can get a handle on how things are going at camp. So camp will run from, drop-off will be at 8:30, and then, carpool will start at 3:30. And as Eva said, please be patient with us. It's going to take us a little bit to get through. So if you need to be the last in the carpool line and hop in at 3:40, you're probably going to be okay to get your child in time. We know that that is different than what we originally publicized and marketed to you, and we appreciate your flexibility with that. If you need to talk more about AM and PM care for those first few weeks and what the issue is, reach out to me, please, and we can have a conversation and figure out what we need to do. What is the criteria for canceling, having camp, and what is the decision made for each, when is the decision made for each week? Okay. So we have a medical advisory committee that has been wonderful in helping guide us in creating our policies and helping guide us in how we phase open the J. They are meeting again this weekend on Sunday to continue to have the conversation and discuss, our opening date of June 15th. If our June 15th date changes, we will communicate that to you, by Monday morning, June 8th. And then once we are open, I would assume at this point we are open unless something happens here with somebody getting sick or something, quite honestly, and then we need to make some changes, and those will happen as they come. But our plan is, to continue to consult with the medical advisory, and if, something happens with them or with the local government or something and those changes made, we'll abide by those regulations. Other questions? Can I share the minimum criteria to open? So Scott, frankly, I'm happy to ask what their minimum criteria is and circle back to you. And if anybody else wants to know that, I will do that as well. I don't fully know the minimum criteria that they've put in place. I know that there's a group meeting and having those conversations and watching a variety of numbers, but I don't know what all those are that they are working through. So I'll circle back to you.
Anita, do you want to share a little bit about the makeup of that committee, of the task force?
Sure. Absolutely, happy to. So there are several different doctors on that committee that some serve on our board, some are members, all in the community, in pediatrics and general care. And then we also have our CEO, Joel Dinkin, is on the committee. Our past and current president, Lauren Blackman and Jeremy Samuels, are on the call. And we have some parents from some of our programs also on that committee. So it's a well-versed, very highly educated, very smart and wonderful group that's been guiding us through it. Thanks, Eva. Okay, other questions? Okay, well, thank you for joining us. We will stay on for a few minutes as some of you, if you choose to sign off, and great. Otherwise, you can stay on and you want to chat for a minute. We're here and we're happy to chat.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Hey, Anita.
Hi.
Hi, I have a question.
Yes.
Bertha Alice drop-off is at from 7:50 to 8:30. And you guys are at 8:30, correct?
Correct.
So I'm just trying to coordinate my kids, and I'm gonna have to hire someone, I think, now to like do drop-off. So just trying to figure out what's the best. How long you guys think you're gonna not have AM care?
What
the plan is going forward?
Sure. So, we are hopeful, let me say, that maybe either the week of, beginning the week of June 29th, potentially, or that following week we'll start it. I don't want to say for sure that's what we're doing, because I just,
right, I know,
100%, but that's sort of our hopeful plan, that we can open it up that way. I will tell you guys that you may, no matter what, may need it, and we're going to be there to have it. The requests have been kind of low in for summer fun purposes, which doesn't mean anything, but just to be open as you're thinking about what your choices are for your children in that way.
Okay.
Jenny, I'll find out for you about the 3s and the 4s. You haven't heard from anybody yet?
No, sorry.
We're waiting to get you in at the end. Okay, I'll find out.
Okay, I don't want to keep bugging. I just thought maybe it would be a good time to ask.
No, great. I'm happy for you to remind me, and I will. I think they're still going through the list, but they should be about done. So let me ask. And I'll
Okay.
What is that? Wow, and he's electric too.
Mommy, can we all come upstairs and play with me with him?
Yeah.
Anybody else have any other questions or things they want to chat about?
So I just had one more. Sorry, I have a lot of questions. For the Rising Kinder, we were used to being obviously in the BAMI section, in the Bertha Ellis section, and so they had their own bathrooms in each classroom, and so that would have obviously made it easier to separate the kids and keep them separate. For the Rising Kinder, they'll be in the same kind of area as 3rd and 5th grade, 3rd through 5th grade. Are they going to have? I'm assuming they do not have bathrooms in the classroom, and if not, how are they handling, like, are they only going to the bathroom as a class and in order to limit interactions with other classes, or how's that going to work, and the cleaning as well?
Yeah. Do you want me to answer that, Anita?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're actually trying to make 2 buildings out of one. As much as possible to use the upper level for the kinder groups, and then the main level and the lower level for the 3rd through 5th. So that primarily that upstairs bathroom is really a kinder bathroom. They're going to have designated bathroom times, but of course we're not going to stop a child. If a child has to go to the bathroom, they have to go. And we do have a cleaning staff at the J who is upping the amount that they go in and out of the bathrooms to clean regularly. So we're working on the cleaning aspect and also trying to separate within the building as much as possible.
Okay, well, thank you everybody for joining us. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Haven't showered yet.
And if you need anything else, you know where to find us. We look forward to seeing your kids in a few weeks.
Hi.
Hi.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Let's take a quick bath and you can play.
No, I know. I already took a bath.
You did?
Yeah.